All right, what is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here. Let's do another mock draft. Usually I would be simming the Browns here on a Thursday night, but I've literally not been home at all to prepare the rosters and make sure we got the right guys in there, which is what we always try to do. So we'll do another short video, another mock draft video here, check in, see what our future Browns might look like, and check in with you, the faithful fans here at Nagy on Sports. Appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are the best. Picked up another couple too here past couple days. If that was you, thank you very much. I do appreciate it very much. Also like this video if you like this video. All right, I'm going to be using NFL Mock Draft Database.com again. It's a pretty good one. 7 rounds, some pretty good stuff happening. So without further ado, let's get it on. Starting the mock draft. Reese goes first. Ty Simpson goes second. What? All right, 2 trade offers here. Dallas wants to give us a first and a second and a fifth, but all next year. Ooh, New Orleans wants to give us an extra 4 and a 5 and a third next year to drop down to number 7 from number 4. We got both QBs on the board here right now. Again, man, what to do. All the players that we want are still on there. Well, maybe we'll go ahead and take the Saints offer and pick up another. Again, 120. I mean, we already have 3/5. Or do we take the 1, 2, and the 3? Oh, we'll just take what we have. You know what? We haven't done one where we've drafted a quarterback yet, so what the heck? We're going to take Fernando Mendoza and pray he's the answer, and very likely going to have to trade Shedeur Sanders because I don't think he's going to be able to be a backup. Hi, Jim. Hi, Carter. Welcome into both of you as well. You can see the players getting drafted up there at the top. Wow, Trevor Gooseby. That's very early for him. Browns on the board here now at 28. Philadelphia is offering us 54 and 3 picks next year. I don't love that. Sonny Styles still on the board. Tempting. That's just not a position that we need. I think this one's pretty obvious, staring me right here in the face. You could take the best guard in the draft or one of the top receivers, and we need a top receiver. So we're going to go Denzel Boston here. He's a big guy. I guess it doesn't give you their bio in this particular one. So we're going to take Denzel Boston. He's a big body receiver out of Washington, and that is the player that the Browns are going to take here. All right, we're into round number 2 already. They're going to want us to drop back and add a 4 and a 5. Drop back and add a 3 next year. Drop back and add a 2, a 5, and a 5, and a 5 next year. I don't love any of those offers either. All right, so let's see who's on the board here now. Playmakers and offensive line is probably where we need to start going next. With, again, I think more offensive line available probably in free agency. Go Caleb Tiernan out of Northwestern. You could do Blake Miller, the tackle, out of Clemson. But I think we're going to keep going with weapons because we need so many of them. Chris Brazell, another big, fast, I think he's like 6'5". Kind of replaced Cedric Tillman in their offense in Tennessee. So we're going to go big receiver and big receiver to give our young quarterback, again, as we just drafted, Fernando Mendoza at the start of this one, just to see how the mock goes with this. And again, you're going to have to trade Shedeur. I don't think Shedeur can exist as a backup. I think it's just way too much of a headache for anybody. All right, we're back on the clock here in round number 3. Now we need to really start addressing the offensive line. So who are my tackles available? Okay, Parker, Tiernan still on there. Caden Green still on there. Chris Adams, Connor Lew, Jake Slaughter, Besonius on there as well. So we're going to go ahead and go tackle. We're going to go Caleb Tiernan. Big kid, I think 6'7", maybe out of Northwestern in this one. Sorry, I keep forgetting to scroll up. You can see the names scrolling at the top. Maybe one of your favorites is waiting to be picked. Maybe not. Hope everybody's doing well. I will sim the Browns game tomorrow about 3 o'clock. Sorry, I just had no time today to prepare and get the rosters ready for realism, which is, what I like to try to do. 2 trade offers here. I don't love either of them. So this is still the tackles. It's funny, all these guys, they keep saying, this would be a good fit for you. This would be a good fit for you. This would be a good fit for you. So let's see what we got here. So we can go a couple of different ways. We've had Jacob Rodriguez in a mock. I know people love him, his motor. Gabe Jacasa, a nice little edge rusher out of Illinois as well. Where are we at on? I do like Will Lees, 5-star kid, Texas A&M. Jadarian Price, of course, is the other Jeremiah Love running back. He could be a nice piece for you. Interior offensive line, still not quite ready for them just yet. We're not ready to, unless you want to jump for the Nick Harbor thing. Katron Allen has been effective. Yeah. Some safeties there to look at. Well, what the heck? Let's go ahead and again. I really like him. I think he would be a really good player for the Browns. Again, just kind of a mirror image of Carson Swessinger. So we'll go ahead and go with Jacob Rodriguez, very talented linebacker out of Texas Tech. As we start to draft some depth, but not have to reach for those interior offensive linemen just yet. We'll get our interior offensive linemen. Don't you worry. It's coming here. We got 3 5th-round picks, and I'm not trading any of them unless 6, a 7, and a 4, a 4, and a 6. Whew, the Steelers want to give us 6 draft picks for this pick. Wonder who's there that they want. Are they a big Oscar Delp fan? So let's take a look. Man, there he is right there. Can the Browns afford a project? Again, this is like the kid who runs like 4.2 track speed at 6'5". Nick Harbor. Oscar Delp is another good player. He's kind of the next in the Brock Bowers lineage of good Georgia tight ends. We have another tackle. This is probably where we should go. Parker Brailsford. He's a team fit for us. But again, we have 3 picks here in short succession, so I think we can afford to take a little bit of a risk. So let's go ahead and take a tight end because we're going to need another tight end. The Chiefs not coming back. Then we'll go ahead and take we'll take the project. Why not? And now we'll take just a couple of picks later. We'll go ahead and take Brailsford. So we're still able to get kind of the 3 guys that we were looking at there in that 5th round. And I hope for the Browns it kind of turns into that where there's like, man, there's still a couple of guys we'd really like to get here, and you're going to be able to go bang, bang, bang and knock them out. Otherwise, you can see that pick being thrown in to move up a couple in earlier rounds just to sweeten the deal. You know, jump from 89 to 75 or something like that. Here, take one of our 5th rounders. So we'll see how it goes. At least that's how it's been with the previous regime. I'm not sure who's going to be making these draft picks, of course. That's always a big if around these parts. So, hope everybody's doing well. Almost Friday, almost the beginning of Christmas break here for Mr. Nagy, this teacher. So, hope you guys are all doing well and getting through whatever you're trying to get through here at the end. How do they have 3 7th-round picks next year? That's ridiculous. All right, we're on the clock again here. Now we're just kind of looking. Keenan Nelson, that guy never even played for Ohio State. We're kind of just looking. We could draft a punter. Looking for, you know, nice project kinds of pieces, extra depth at places. I actually like this player, Ernest Green. He's been a starter for the Georgia Bulldogs for the last couple of years at tackle and at guard. So I think he's got some versatility. And anybody who starts at Georgia has to be able to hang in the trenches a little bit, in my theorem, without watching any tape. That's what I say, at least. So got our 7th rounder coming up. Sorry about the ads. Go away. Guess you got to pay for the big bucks if you don't want to have all these ads all over your mock draft simulators. So, again, the first one we've done, we have not taken any trades, and we did draft a quarterback without having to trade for it at the beginning. So, our final pick. Did we grab a running back yet? I wanted to make sure that my selections. Here we go. I've got all A's and B's, so how about them apples? I have not grabbed a running back yet. 3 receivers / a hybrid tight end. 1, 2, 3 offensive line. Rodriguez, and then Fernando Mendoza. So let's go ahead and go running back here. Just as kind of a nice combo for Quinshon Judkins. Le'Veon Moss, I think he's just a little bit small. There's Mark Fletcher again, man. He's a good player, but I'm not going to take him for 3 in a row. So I'm going to go ahead and take Robin Hemby, another kind of guy who can stick through the tackles. Again, we just saw him rushing against the Buckeyes from Indiana. So here's where we got. We got all A's and B's, and then Roman Henby was a D. Well, boo on you, I guess. So we were able to stay put. No trades again in this one. We took Fernando Mendoza, number 1 again. In that theorem, it's probably a new regime. They're moving on from Shador because, again, I don't think there's a PR nightmare waiting to happen if he just happens to have to be the backup. For better or for worse, that's just how it feels to me. Then we went with 2 big receivers, Denzel Boston and Chris Brazzell. Both guys 6'4", 6'5", big physical specimens. Washington, Tennessee, they're playing high-level ball. Caleb Tiernan, left tackle from Northwestern. When you wait till your 4th pick, you're not going to obviously take the best tackle. We've not taken Tiernan in one of our mocks just yet, but there he is there. Then we go with Rodriguez, who we've taken a couple of times. Again, he's just a very Schlesinger-like, just a football player, man. And I think he'd be a great asset to an already great defense. Then we took our 3 trio of 5th-rounders. Oscar Delp, again, an A there. He's the next. He's not quite as ballyhooed as Brock Bowers was at Georgia, but a very talented tight end. Nick Harbor, again, is the project, the track star, tight end receiver combo guy who's 6'5" and just chiseled out of granite, but also runs like a 4.3 or something like that. Parker Brailsford, interior offensive line from Alabama. We need starters there. We need players there. Same thing with Ernest Green. I have no problem going with guys in the trenches from those high-level SEC teams. And then, again, we just went for a running back who could take some carries away from Quinshon, a little bit bigger body type than Dylan Sampson. Definitely still high on Dylan Sampson. But Roman Henby, 6 foot, 210, a little bit bigger. Again, started his career at Maryland and then actually came over here to Indiana this year and has played pretty well. He's been a pretty good running back for them. So that's where we ended out our draft. So appreciate you being on. Good to chat with you guys. Feel free to rip me in the comments if I screwed it up, if I didn't do it right. But otherwise, I appreciate you joining me. This one was fun. And we'll do it again next time. But first, we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of the channel, of course, which will be our Browns and Bills sim tomorrow. So that should be fun. I'll join you when we do it then. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And again, I'll see you for Browns sim about 3 o'clock tomorrow. So until then, go Browns!